Okay, so the title might seem kind of like weird because like I don't know, but like the title might seem kind of like overreacting, and like it's not really. So this is the story of the creepy guy that followed me and my brothers like in a park, and like it was freaking like terrifying. I was like 9 or 10, like it was either this year or last year, or maybe the year before. But like, oh shoot, I'm not very good at commentaries because like I never do them. I also just teleported very far. Okay, so um, this was either like last year, or the year before, or something like that, and like I don't remember why, but we were going to like our park. There's like a park near us. Like there's like a park like very close. It's like half, like a quarter of a mile to walk to. So like me and my 3 brothers were going there. No, 2 brothers and a sister. Um, and what's it called? We were going like just to have some fun, and then like there were a ton of people at the park, so we decided just to walk around it. And this dude, like this guy, he just was following us. Like he was like 19 or like 20. That's what my mom said. And like what's it called? Like he had like crazy hair, like crazy wild hair, like not very clean clothes, like what's it called? You could tell he like wasn't like super rich or anything, but like he just kept following us, and like we just kept turning and he kept following us. So we just like we started to like walk faster, and then he walked faster. And like at this point we were terrified. We were like, why is this dude following us? Because like you would think in like a group of 3, and like we weren't all like the oldest one of us was like 14. Like we weren't all like toddlers. Okay, that was an overreaction, but like we weren't all like little. Like I was literally the smallest there, and I was already like 9. It was like 9, 11, like 13 and 14. So like we just like weren't, what's it called? We were not like super little kids. Like we could have beat him up if we all went for it. So like I don't know why he kept following us, but like we found like, let me tell you some backstory on this dude. So like I don't remember any of these times, but like my parents said we have seen him a lot of times before because we go on walks a lot, and they said he's approached us many times, like following us and like making jokes for some reason about like Slenderman. Don't know why that, but he does. And like I only remember him following us like once besides this like main story. But like, and he just like kept following us, and it was freaking creepy. And like, but this time like he followed us, and there was like no adults here. Like it was just us 3 kids, us 4 kids, if you include me. And like, so this is the creepiest part in my opinion, is like I don't know how to show you without my hands, but like there was like a little hill thing and like a little bridge under it, and like normally to go around like to the bridge thing, you have to do like a loop-de-loop thing, and like we were walking like to the bridge thing, so we did the loop-de-loop, but the bro, like he was speed running, like he skipped the loop-de-loop, and he like did a shortcut straight towards us like as fast as he could, and that's when we knew like, oh god, this is like scary serious. Because, like, he was, like, stumbling down a hill, like, fast to get to us. So we were like, oh, shoot, this guy is, like, he's for real. So, like, and then, like, we sped up because we saw, like, a person. And then, ow. And then, so we saw a person, and then we followed them. He was like, you know, maybe if there's an adult, he won't follow us. So we followed them, and, like, we sped up. That wasn't the case. He kept following us until like that person just disappeared. I don't know where they went, but we found like another family, and then he stopped following us. And then like, what's it called? Like later, because like we wanted to get back home because like we didn't know how without him following us. So we ended up doing like a loop around the neighborhood to get back home. And then like, what's it called? we saw him a couple times, but he wasn't like on our tails. Bro, he was like close. Like when he was like stumbling down the hill, he was like 5 feet away. Like it was like it wasn't like we had to like raise our voices to talk to him. He could like hear us. So like when he was stumbling down the hill, my brother, well not my real brother, ex-Orvis, he was there, and he pulled out his phone, and like he was like acting like he was calling someone. Still don't know why he didn't actually call someone, but you know, it's fine. It did the trick, and he slowed down for a bit. So like because he probably thought we were calling the police or something, so he slowed down. But like once we like got home, I was freaking terrified. But like I'm glad he didn't like go faster and like kill us or like kidnap us or anything. So yeah, so he followed us that time, and like what's it called? We ended up finding a bit more information on him. He wanted to be called, like, we found his real name, not saying it because I'm recording, and he's probably not okay with it, and I'm for sure not gonna frickin' ask him. I'm not approaching that dude. We think he moved away because he hasn't followed any of us for like 6 months, which is really sad that like 6 months is a lot to not be stalked, but like he hasn't followed us for a long time, so we think he moved away because we haven't seen him, but like, God, my brain just went blank. Bruh. Oh yeah, he hasn't followed us in a while, and like we found out he has like a learning disability or something. So like I feel a little bad for him, and I don't feel like he's an evil person anymore. But like the reason he was like trying to approach everyone is because he was like trying to just talk to us, and like the reason he always talked about Slenderman was because that was the only thing he really understood, because like he wasn't the most intelligent. So like he didn't really understand that socially walking up to a group of kids like and like chasing them doesn't really look too good. So like I feel kind of bad for him, but also like what's it called? We told him to get away from us. Like when I was like 4, my dad said that he confronted him like twice, and like he like told him get away from my family, but like he still approached us. So like I'm still not fully feeling bad for him. Like that's his bad. Like he got a pretty clear signal to stay away, but he didn't. So that's why like I don't feel like he was the victim. I feel like we kind of are, but that's not all. I have a couple more stories, so don't worry, the video's not going to be that short. So I play with like my neighbors. They come over a lot to my house. I don't know if that's normal, but like I'm like really good friends with like not all of the neighbors, but like most of the neighbors here have kids, and like I'm friends with like 80% of all the kids. So like what was I gonna say? I've known one of the neighbors for like 5 years, and one of them for like 3, and like we're really good friends, and a couple for like a couple years. And I've actually one of them like 2 of them I've been in a recording with, but like not like very long recording. So like I was like walking one of them home because like we don't want to walk like by ourselves home in case we saw that dude. And like they don't really know very much about him. Like they haven't like encountered him as much as I have. Like I was walking them home because like I didn't want them to get kidnapped, and because you know like that'd be rather unfortunate if like one of my friends got kidnapped. So I was walking them home, and I saw like there's like this alleyway, but like not like dirty and stuff. It's just like a little alleyway thing between these houses, and I saw that dude. Like he was just going into that alleyway, like going towards us. I don't know if he was trying to go at me. I don't know if he even saw us, but he was heading in our direction. And like I don't know if I was just being paranoid, but that dude heading in my general direction creeped me out. So like they didn't really know who he was, and I was like, okay, hey, so let's like kind of sprint to your house. Well, they were on their bike, so I was like, let's kind of pick up the pace a little bit. And they were like, why? And I was like, just trust me, I want to save your life. Well, I didn't actually say that because that would terrify them. But like I said, like, just trust me, we should go a little faster, I have a feeling. I didn't want to explain the whole thing because they'd probably slow down while I talked to them. So, like, we zoomed there, and then as I was, like, running back home, he was directly across from me on, like, the other sidewalk, so he was, like, kind of close. And, like, what's it called? I was freaking sprinting. One sec. Okay. I'm sorry, bro. I would stand still and, like, let you message somebody, but, like, I'm kind of recording, and, like, I don't want to, like, just stand still in the middle of a recording and, like, make everyone just, like, sit here for, like, 30 minutes waiting for me to talk. I'm not trying to be rude, buddy. Okay. God, what was the thing? Oh, yeah, he was going through the alleyway, and I was, like, sprinting. And then, like, he was, like, directly across from me on the thing, on the sidewalk. Like, on the other sidewalks. There's, like, 2 sidewalks on the opposite side of the road. And he was, like, what's it called? And I was just not in the mood to deal with this dude. So I sprinted back home, and I'm really fast. So, like, it would have been very obvious if he was trying to keep up with me. But, like, thankfully, that time, he wasn't in the mood to stalk a kid. So, that time he didn't follow me. But, like, he still scared me. So, like, I told my dad immediately. I was like, bruh, that dude, I saw him again. He was like, oh, are you okay? Did he, like, follow you? I was like, I don't think he did, but he got, like, close to me. He looked in my general direction. So, so that was scary. Also, like, the proof he was following me in, like, the first story is, like, what's it called? We just kept turning, like, to just make sure that he was following us. And, like, he just kept following us. Like, we literally ended up in the same spot, and he was still following us, which meant, like, he was definitely following us. Because, like, you can't walk in a literal circle and still be, like, looking for something. Like, trying to go somewhere, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna just do a full 360. Like, that's just not a thing. That's just not how logic works. So, like, we knew, like, there was not a chance he wasn't following us. So that's what made it very scary, is because we both knew that he was on our tail. Like he knew and we knew that he was following us. So it was just terrifying. And I've said the word following, or like the 2 words following us, crazy amounts of times. So I'm just gonna try to find different words. So, like, he never hurted any of us. Like, he never hurt any of us. I just said hurted. I'm disappointed in myself. But, like, he, like, scared us a ton, and, like, he approached us a lot of times, like, very, like, and you don't really approach kids that way. So, that, like, yeah, we ended learning up a bit about him. Let's call him Bob, because I love calling people Bob. He wanted to be called, like, some scary criminal name, which, like, made me, made me feel even weirder about him, because, like, one of the neighbors that I play with a lot, they said that they talked to him once when he, like, wasn't being terrifying, and, like, she learned that he had a learning disability and a ton of stuff, and that's how I know it, because she told my mom, and my mom told me, so, like, I know a decent amount about him, and he went. Actually, I think it's okay if I say what he wanted to be called, because there's not really any way of, like, learning anything about him from that. He wanted to be called freaking Scarface. Like, that is terrifying. So, like, that's another way you can tell he's a bit of a scary dude. And, like, he wasn't tiny. Like, he was not scrawny. Like, he was a decent, like, you can tell he wasn't, like, super skinny or anything. Like, he wasn't, like, John Cena or anything, but, like, he was, like, I don't know, he was, like, average or, like, a bit, like, stronger than average, it seemed like. So it was a little scary for, like, a couple kids. Nice one, mate. So, yeah, that is the, oh, God, that is the story of the creepy dude that has stalked me a couple times. That dude juked me, and I still lived. Don't know how. Okay, comment if you, like, liked the story time, so I know whether to do it again or not. because this is kind of like a trial run. If this one, like, if people like this, then I'll do more. If people don't like this, then I won't do more. That's kind of how it works on YouTube. So, yeah, this is gonna be my outro time. That's kind of embarrassing. That's like rather embarrassing how I beat him. So after this game, I'm gonna, what's it called, end the recording. So yeah, just like here's a little bit of like ASMR quick sounds and like keyboard and mouse sounds, whatever keywords I can say. Ooh, that stuff. Okay, actually, I think I'm just gonna end it now. This is kind of awkward. So, see ya in like 3 more days with my very inconsistent schedule. Sometimes I upload like 3 vids per day. Sometimes I take like a 3-day break, so who knows what will happen this time. I autoclick. Anyway, see you in a random amount of time. Bye, have a good day.